So I wanted to talk about some Pokemon deals that are live right now that you probably would want to take advantage of. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is actually on the Pokemon Center website. They have the Sword and Shield Battle Styles Booster Display Box. It's going for $144. I believe you get free shipping over a certain amount of money, and I believe that meets that criteria. Now, if we go over to TCG Player, this is going for $175 in the aftermarket. Now, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because Sword and Shield is going to be going out of print very, very soon. If it goes out of print, these things are going to continue to climb in value. If you look at the graph over the past 3 months, it's increased very, very rapidly from December all the way to now. Obviously, Pokemon is receiving a very big boom at the moment. However, if you look at this, this is actually a significant amount of growth in such a small amount of time, and these will sell out on the Pokemon Center website very, very quickly. So if we look at the most recent sales, we can see actually on 127, there was one that sold for about 174, and if we look down a little bit farther on 127, there was a couple sold for $180. There's a bunch of other ones somewhere in the 160, 165 range, but the point is that people are agreeing that this is worth the amount that it is being posted for, which is $180, $175, and so since you can get it for MSRP at $144, $145, that's obviously not including tax, you will now have something that is actually worth more in the aftermarket. You can open it if you want. However, if you want to hold on to it for a little bit longer, that's the reason I'm letting you guys know. The next thing that I'm going to be looking at is actually the Sword and Shield Brilliant Stars Build and Battle Stadium. Now, this is also live on the Pokemon Center website. The reason I'm bringing it up is it is listed for $75 in the aftermarket on TCG Player. This comes with 4 Brilliant Stars booster packs and 2 Build and Battle boxes. Now, looking at the graph for the Build and Battle Stadium, it's a little bit less strong than the booster box. However, that doesn't mean that it's not going to increase in value. And if we look at the most recent sales, the closest sale to the day that it is now, this is 128 as of me recording this. This will be out in the morning. The most recent sale on 124 is actually $75. That means someone in the community that we are in has agreed $75 is an accurate price for this product. This is the very beginning of people starting to accept that, because when one person does it, everyone's like, oh, okay, that seems like if it's enough value for them, it will be enough value for me. And then slowly all the other people will go ahead and get it for that price. If you look at the prices just before that, you got $50, $65, a couple more $50 ones, another couple $60 ones. So it's actually been pretty low for quite a while now. However, when we're looking at the time frame that is closest to us, it is $75. That was the most recent sale, and the listing price for it is about $75 as well. Another thing I wanted to look at is the Brilliant Stars Build and Battle box. I understand not everyone can go ahead and spend money on a booster display box or a Build and Battle Stadium, but these are going for $19.99. This is again the Sword and Shield era, which will be out of print very, very soon. It'll be gone before you know it. This is going for $20 on the Pokemon Center website. And if we look at the price over here on TCG Player in the aftermarket, it is going for about $25, including shipping. Now, it doesn't seem like that substantial because you're talking about $5, but from a percentage margin, that's a 25% increase in value immediately upon getting the product in your hands. So it's definitely something to be aware of. If you got multiple of these, say it's $100, it's now worth $125. So that's a 25% increase on $100. It's actually very, very substantial when you think about it. And not everybody can spend a lot of money on the larger products. This is a small item that's actually very obtainable, and it's worth some value, and it has been climbing, and it will continue to climb because it is from the Sword and Shield era. If we look at the most recent sales, you have 2 selling for $25, you have another one selling for $25, another 2 selling for $25, 1 at $22, another 3 at $25. So everyone's agreeing that $25 is the accurate value of this product on the aftermarket. People are buying it up at $25. They're looking at that graph saying, oh, it's going to go even higher. It's going to be worth more. I think it's just really nice to get products below MSRP, especially with things being the way that they are in the Pokemon community right now. If you don't snag these types of things up, before you know it, when you finally want the product, it'll already be gone. The next thing that I wanted to look at, also live on the Pokemon Center website, is the Astral Radiance Build and Battle box. Again, this is going for $19.99, but if we look over on TCG Player on the aftermarket, it is going for roughly $26, and that is the lowest listing that shows whenever I go to this. So again, you're looking at it being $6 more than the original price that you paid for it, and that sounds like a wonderful deal to me. You're looking at, I don't know, it's something like a 30% below aftermarket value, which is absolutely amazing. You buy something and it's already more valuable than what you bought it for. If we look at the most recent sales, we'll see that 2 of them sold for $23, 1 of them sold for $26, another one sold for $25, another one sold for $26, and another 2 sold for $22. So as we're seeing people willing to spend that much money on this product, other people are actually saying, oh, if it's enough value for them, then I will go ahead and grab a couple for myself. I think it's a fair price. So that's something to be aware of. Right now, Sword and Shield is the stuff to be looking at. Everyone is looking at all the new sets, the Journey Together, the Team Rocket set, the Prismatic Evolutions, but all this stuff that's going to go out of print, I think, is the real things to look at. The next thing that I'm going to be bringing up on the Pokemon Center website is the Sword and Shield Astral Radiance Build and Battle Stadium. Now, it's going for $59.99 over here on the Pokemon Center website, but if you go over to the aftermarket, it is actually going for about $60 in the aftermarket. Now, you're getting it for about the same price that you can get it in the aftermarket, but as we've seen with the other items that are from the Sword and Shield era, the prices are increasing for these items because they are going out of print. There will be no more of these printed into existence. Of course, there was a lot of them printed in the first place. That's why they are still quite affordable and why they're still on the Pokemon Center website. Now, if we look at the most recent sales, the highest sale that I can see is the second one right there. It says it went for $55. There was 2 of them, and the one below that is 3 of them for $53. However, the listing that's at the top right corner whenever I pull up the page is the lowest listed price currently at the moment. So people are starting to increase the value for these things, and it's the asking price. If people are willing to pay for it, it will continue to stay at that price. The next thing that I want to bring up is over here on GameStop. I couldn't believe this when I found this last night. It's actually mini tins of Crown Zenith. Now, this is way different than the mini tins that have been coming out in the Scarlet Violet era, at least to my understanding. The Crown Zenith mini tin comes with 2 Crown Zenith packs. So when you're thinking about that as a prospect, let's bring up the Crown Zenith booster pack on the aftermarket. It's currently going for $6.50. The lowest listing is actually $5.50 with $1 of shipping. So that means it's $6.50 out the door. So 2 of those is actually $13. And that comes inside of a sealed mini tin. And again, it's Sword and Shield era. This will increase in value because there will be no more being printed into existence. So there's some niche ways that you can make money with this. If you end up getting 5 different tins that are the complete set of artworks, you can sell them all together. If we look in the aftermarket, that's going for about $80 if you're able to complete the entire tin set. The only reason it's going for that much is every tin right next to each other creates a giant mosaic picture. It looks amazing. It's actually awesome. If you really want the picture though, you could probably just get the tins themselves for cheaper without the packs inside of them. And you might want to look on eBay for that. But as far as getting all 5 of the artworks together, I don't recommend going to the website and ordering 5 of them and expecting them to give you 5 different arts on the tins. You're most likely going to get duplicates. You're most likely not going to get the ones that you want. So be very wary of that. And as $13, I think it's a wonderful buy at the moment. Now, if we look at the other listings on the aftermarket, you can see that each individual mini tin, depending on the artwork, actually goes for a different rate. Some of them are $15, some of them are almost $20. You know, the Marnie and Morpeko goes for about $17. Leon and Charizard goes for about $18. But here's the issue. Whenever I was looking at those, there's not much volume. There's like 1 to 2 sold every single month, so you'd probably be sitting on it for quite a while. However, whenever Crown Zenith becomes more scarce, these items will be the ones that people buy because they will be the cheapest versus the very large items like the ETBs, the booster bundles, and other things like that, which will be worth a lot more in comparison to these mini tins. The very last thing that I wanted to bring up to everybody, it's live on GameStop right now. You want to go ahead and look at these Q1 2025 mini portfolios. Now you may be asking, why on earth would I be looking at these things? They're $6. They're just like, it's like a little binder. However, this little binder comes with a single booster pack from Q1 of 2025. And if you look at the GameStop pictures, it's just a picture of the portfolio. But if you hop over to Best Buy has a picture and it shows that it's one single booster pack of Journey Together. And everywhere, all the Journey Together has been sold out. All the pre-orders, every place that says that they're going to have Journey Together, and as soon as they list it, it is absolutely gone. Now, if we go over to TCG Player, a single booster pack of Journey Together will be $9, so almost $10 for a single booster pack. Meanwhile, if you wanted to open some for yourself, you're getting this mini portfolio for about $6, and you're getting a pack of this new set for $6. If you want to open it, I would say buy like 5 or 6 of those and just have a blast opening 5 or 6 of them. That's enough for a booster bundle's worth of packs. However, if you are thinking about getting them and then selling them so that, you know, you can afford your Pokemon hobby, I totally understand that, but it's something to be aware of. This is live on GameStop and it's not immediately sold out. I think since there's not a picture saying that it's going to have a Journey Together booster pack inside of it, makes it a lot more accessible for people who just want to do the research. It's super, super awesome that all of these things are still available, especially since getting product in these times has been insanely difficult. So I hope this is something that has helped you guys. I hope you guys end up getting something nice for yourself. So until next time, much love to you all, and may the Gamba gods be with you.